Hello everyone and welcome back to the finale of Twisted Metal. We've played through all the characters, so what is next? What is the next thing to do here? Well, before I show you this super secret hidden character we will be playing as, there was one other thing I wanted to show you that actually I did not know that any of this existed, which is why I'm actually showing you for this final part here. I found out about some... If you remember, I've been showing a lot of the lost endings for this game that were featured on Twisted Metal Head-On Extra Twisted Edition. These lost endings videos of real people were initially supposed to be in the game, but they were removed because the company that was actually overseeing this project, as well as Sony, did not want these videos in there. I think a lot of it had to do with the women that were dressed in bikinis and just some of the other aspects of these lost endings. But regardless, they were all featured on that Twisted Metal Head-On Extra Twisted Edition. Except there are actually 6 hidden videos, not necessarily character endings. They are not character endings, but rather other videos that were scrapped from the game that I did not know that existed. And how I found these was actually from a live stream from one of the creators, David Jaffe. This is actually his video that I watched. It is Twisted Metal 1 Endings Live Watch. He goes through all of the lost endings, as well as the other endings and videos that were completely removed in the game. So I highly recommend that if you want some more insight into some of these lost endings and such. Like he mentioned things that I wasn't aware about. Like I mentioned like a Crimson Fury actor not being in his End movie, and that was because that he never actually showed up to the set for the recording. And then David Jaffe's ex-wife was actually the female hostage that was in the Sweet Tooth ending. I didn't really know those things, so I think that was really interesting. So I highly recommend checking that out. But that is actually where I found out about some of the other videos that were completely removed. And what we're going to begin with is one that actually, as soon as you boot up the game, this would have been the introduction video that you would have seen. I found these on YouTube, but I found higher quality versions on Dailymotion from a user 6 Souls, but the quality is honestly really bad. So here is the introduction video of what you would see when you first boot up your PlayStation 1 game, if these videos remained in.
Please stand by for a Channel 7 Billboard News report.
There are some who feel that my contest, my vision, is too violent to continue. Too deadly and self-indulgent to go on. Personally, I like to think I'm providing a worthy service to the people of the world and escape from the day to day. Tonight shall be no different. Of course, the high-octane competition is real. And tonight, one of the 12 drivers in the contest will come to me at the end of the battle, and I shall grant to that one single individual whatever they ask for.
What about the accident? 10 years ago, you crashed your car directly into a brick wall. They thought you were dead. And 2 years later, you emerged and the high-octane competition began. What happened? And what about your face?
My competition is about to begin. I must prepare to meet the victor. This interview is at an end.
Wait, what does...
A word of advice, Mr. Cunningham. Stealth the streets tonight. The high octane is about to begin. Black. The bloodshed is starting. I can smell it in the air.
Alright, so that would have been the introductory video there. And if you notice, that reporter actually mentioned something about his face and saying how was this man still alive when he got into a car crash and he was burned alive pretty much. Well, that gives Calypso some of his mystical powers, I guess, when he met that black demon from hell. So Anyway, now that we have that out of the way, we've played through all the characters. But there's one character. There's one character we've seen in this game who we've never played as. And technically, he's unplayable. That is, until you have a Game Shark code. That character is Minion. Yes, the final boss of the game. We'll be playing as Minion, and ooh, it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. Now the thing is, because you're not necessarily supposed to be playing as Minion, he's pretty glitched out. As you can see, there's no information. There's no vehicle there. When you go to select him, it just shows Yellow Jacket. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna be playing it on hard, and I think for a special treat, we're gonna put in some passwords here. We're gonna put in the unlimited ammo cheat code. And that one is like so. Triangle, space, square, circle, circle. And then we're going to also put in infinite turbo, which is triangle, X, triangle, triangle, circle. Okay, and then I don't know why it gives that thing at the end there. There's also increased machine gun, but you had to put that on during the game. So Minion doesn't have any sort of story in the booklet. You don't see him at all. There's no information on him whatsoever. However, according to the Tekken, I mean not the Tekken, the Twisted Metal wiki page, there actually is some information that's actually revealed in some of these deleted videos, which we will see in as we go along. And the only thing right now that I'll start off with is Minion pilots a heavy armored tank, the XJ-39, also known as the Mind Tank, with unknown stats. Presumably all are maxed out. Minion has access to most of the special weapons in the game, in particular Thumper, Spectre, Pit Viper, Outlaw, and Darkside. So yes, he has most of the character's special weapons. So let's go ahead and play as him. And as I said, he is a bit glitchy for some of the stages here. You would not actually see him with these levels. You will actually see Yellow Jacket, but I can assure you, he has the stats of Minion. He froze me. There we go. As you can see, look how I am destroying Darkside here, and I have unlimited specials, so I can do whatever I want, and I have tons of damage here. And look, here's Calypso right in here. We can kind of see some of that, but look at this. Look how powerful Minion is. Even though we're technically not Minion right now. I get that, but Minion, the problem is Minion only actually loads. Minion only actually loads on the final rooftop stage. But look how quickly we just took that guy out. That's how strong Minion is. And with infinite ammo, we can just keep shooting it. So this is going to be a breeze. This is going to be an absolute breeze. Oh, that's right. I should probably put in the infinite, the mega machine gun code. So what you do is you hold down R2 and press up, down, left, right, left, down, up. And it's supposed to make your machine guns do more damage and fire faster. I don't know if it does that, to be honest with you. I really don't. Okay, so there we go. Next stage is complete. Okay, so why is he the taxi? Because you can't technically play as Minion. And right now, this is the official. This is how it would actually be. For some reason, for the first two stages, he's the taxi man. But now he's actually in his true form, which is technically invisible. If we go into first person as him, he doesn't have an interior either. This is just Mr. Grimm, essentially. So, yeah, really nothing there. But we can just keep firing our missiles and our weapons. We have all the weapons because we have infinite ammo. But honestly, his special weapon is the absolute best. We got one of everything. And look at this. He just takes out the competition like crazy, and we haven't even lost any health yet. Although I don't think we can. When we were in this invisible form, I don't think we can be damaged. So look at this guy. Just take out the competition so quickly. It's absolutely insane. But it's mostly because I really wish you could see Minion, but the problem is, as I mentioned, the reason you can't see him is because his character model only loads on the rooftop stage. And because we are not on the rooftop stage, his character model is essentially blank. Yes, he is technically OP indeed, yeah. He is mega OP, which is why he's such a hard boss to fight. You know, he is. Look, we have infinite turbo, so we can literally go really fast here. As you can see, his speed is not maxed out, 170 miles per hour, so he does not have top speed, technically. But everything else is maxed out for this guy. There you go. Completed. River Park Rumble, let us go. Again, we're just going to breeze through this. It's going to be just absolutely insane. Yeah, we don't want to see inside of our vehicle. There's nothing really to see. So as you can see, all of the special weapons that this guy shoots out. He has so many different character special abilities and weapons. I mean, this guy is absolutely insane. Now, of course, it would not be as easy if we didn't have infinite ammo in, but of course we have to have infinite ammo in. I mean, that's what makes the Minion even more OP. He's just absolutely amazingly OP. Okay, he's dead now. Taxi Cab Man, there you go. That could be a reason why Taxi Cab Man is the default character initially, because I think once we actually see the Taxi Cab Man in a stage, then he gets unloaded from our character, and then we can actually just play as this blank model that doesn't actually exist. There we go. 3 down, 3 to go. This guy is absolutely insane. But who is the driver of Minion? You know, who's the guy who drives him? Well, we're actually going to find out about that as we go along. I think on the next stage we're going to be able to find a little bit more about these characters. Two more vehicles. 2 more. Sweet Tooth. There you go, Sweet Tooth's dead. Only 1 guy left. Where are ya? Yellow. Oh, it's Yellow Jacket. There you are, Mr. Jacket. Okay, there you go. Okay, assault on Cyburbia. Okay, so according to the David Jaffe video that I watched about the endings, this is pretty much where he said that another video would actually play, like a midway through video. So let me go ahead and show this one to you. This is the next secret, hidden, forbidden video.
Please stand by for a Channel 7 Billboard News report.
This is Jay Cunningham for Channel 7 Action News. I'm standing in the offices of Jackson Industries' main research and development firm. Now, this is where the government's top-secret XJ-39 tank was developed. The tank, still in its prototype phase, was stolen last year by the gang members of Apocalypse 9. That's him. That's him. Mark, let's go. Come on. Excuse me, Dr. Kepko. Excuse me, Dr. Kepko, Jay Cunningham, Channel 7 Action News.
I have nothing to say.
Doctor, please, we've heard rumors that the XJ-39 has been dubbed the mind tank by the military.
I've heard rumors, too, about you in the tabloid papers. Women's panties, huh?
Doctor, what about the rumor that the tank can be hooked directly into the mind of the driver? Is that true? We hear that it makes the tank incredibly fast and more maneuverable than any vehicle that's been created so far.
I suppose you've also heard rumors that the thing can access your deepest fears and desires. You media people, starting to believe your own BS. Excuse me.
Well, apparently Dr. Kevko is not talking, but we'll try a little bit later. So for now, this is Jay Cunningham, Action 7 News.
Okay, so we found out a little bit more about the tank in that video. So, according to, again, the Twisted Metal wiki, it says, according to one of the unused live-action cutscenes, the tank was developed as a military project for the government by Jackson Industries at their main R&D firm. It was rumored that the tank could be directly linked to the driver's mind, making it faster and more agile than any other vehicle created before. It was also rumored that the tank could also see into the driver's deepest fears and desires. In the aforementioned cutscene, the prototype XJ39 was described as having been stolen by the gang members of Apocalypse 9 1 year before the events of the game. So, we have a little bit of a backstory now of what this tank is capable of, being directly linked to the person's mind, and who stole it. Gang members of a group known as Apocalypse 9. We don't know really much about them, but they stole the tank, so they are behind. They're the ones who are in charge of this vehicle that we are driving right now. That is just decimating. That is why it's so darn powerful, because it's able to directly connect to our minds. Of course it is. Of course it. Get back here, Hit Viper. Yeah, I can just like speed off in front of her. It's got to be dead soon, right? It's got to be dead soon. So I really find that concept really fascinating here, because we have this amazing tank with some amazing abilities that was created by the government, but how does a gang actually go about stealing government property? That does not sound very secure, but they managed to do it. They managed to actually steal this tank and are using it to enter the competition. And as you know, they were the winners of last year's competition, which is why they were the final boss in this game, because they were the winners of last year. Yes, take this guy out, Warthog. Okay, there you go. Half the enemy's down. This is insane. Mr. Tooth? Mr. Tooth, is that you? I hear you, Mr. Tooth. Get back here. He was just sitting there. He's just sitting there. Look at these guys. Look at these idiots. They don't know what's coming for them. They don't know that we're driving a mine tank, because all they see is just an invisible thing. Okay, he's almost dead. Same with Sweet Tooth. Yes, okay, great. Sweet Tooth, we're coming for you now. You can't really drive through everything, but there you go. Okay, 2 guys left. This guy is absolutely crazy OP. But he has to be. He has to be. I mean, he is a huge tank here. I hear Crimson Fury. I mean, this is technically the longest stage, and we're just destroying these fools. Okay, 1 guy left, Crimson Fury, and he's like one of the weakest guys. Next to Mr. Grimm. Why is there no Mr. Grimm? Because technically this is making us Mr. Grimm. Because we have the inside of Mr. Grimm on in our vehicle, in our tank. Where are you? There you are. There you are. Destroy this guy. He's like too fast. Kind of keep circling him. There you go. Like I don't even want to use any other weapon. That's just one of the best there. Okay, so this is the final area here. So there's actually, we're gonna learn now, when you actually go to this level, if the videos were initially going to be remaining in, you would actually be introduced to Apocalypse 9. I would imagine right before you actually fight Minion, but I'm going to go ahead and show them now. So we're actually going to learn a little bit now about Apocalypse 9. We're actually going to see them here. Let's take a look.
You puny weakling. I'm surprised you made it this far. Your kind usually buys it at the starting line. We are Apocalypse 9, and it will be our pleasure to blast you to bits and begin to rid the world of your rotten species. See you on the rooftops.
Okay, so there is our lead member there inside of the tank with his other buddies. So that is the driver of Minion. And you see him put that device on his head because that is the mind, that is how he connects to the actual tank. And there is an alternative version here that actually shows their logo, but let's take a look at that.
You puny weakling. I'm surprised you made it this far. Your kind usually buys it at the starting line. We are Apocalypse 9, and it will be our pleasure to blast you to bits and begin to rid the world of your rotten species. See you on the rooftops.
Okay, so there he is there. Okay, so in another unused cutscene, this time featuring the 3 members of Apocalypse 9. It takes place inside the cockpit of the tank, where the bald gang leader puts on the mind machine interface helmet, confirming the rumor that it can be linked to the driver's mind. As one could imagine, with the mind tank driven by someone as powerful as Minion, the results would be devastating. So, pretty crazy stuff. So, we made it to the rooftop. I'm actually going to quit out of here now because we have to put in a different code in order to actually see our character. We can, because we're actually on the rooftops now, Minion will actually load in. Let's go ahead and select him here, and let me put in the other code, and it will take us right to the rooftops, and we'll be able to actually play as Minion and actually see him, instead of it just being that invisible thing. Okay, here we go. Rooftop Combat, the final battle. Here he is. Here's the beast himself, playing as Minion. Let's destroy these guys. I should have put in the infinite ammo. I did not. Oh well. What if that is destroy him the old-fashioned way? Would have to destroy him the good old-fashioned way. Which honestly, it shouldn't be too hard because this guy, as you know, is an absolute beast. You know, just doing some rams would just kill these fools. Let's take a look. Probably good to do like the final battle without infinite ammo, but oh well. We are about to die, but he has major armor. Hammerhead is our only competition, right here. Our only true competition. We have died. You say as you start dying, indeed. Okay, here we go. Let's get rid of these guys. Hammerhead's almost dead. Mr. Hammerhead, where are you? There you are. Okay, all that's left is Roadkill. Where are you? There he is. Okay, now it's time to fight ourselves. Now, because there's only one character model of Minion, guess what? We are back to being invisible because Minion, the real Minion, takes our form. He takes our... There he is, look, he's shooting off all that stuff. I don't think he can actually do any damage to us. Because we're invisible again, I don't think he can actually do anything to us. Although I don't think we can. There you go. We can do a little bit to him, but this guy is just a beast too. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at this beast. Takes our form and everything. We should probably go pick up some other weapons. And we can just go through the other cars. It's incredible. Minion versus Minion. Invisible Minion versus the real Minion. Come on up here. There he is. I think we can only hit him with our machine guns and our special. I think that is the only thing that will end up working. I don't know why that is, because I fired off. Yeah, the fire missile just goes right through him. It looks like, but it has to be done with only our special weapon. I wonder if we will be able to heal. Let's see. Oh wow, we actually did, but we're actually able to just drive right off afterwards. Let's see if the homing works on him. That will confirm if we're able to actually use other weapons on him. No. Okay, so it has to be only our special and machine guns. Okay, he's in the red now. Everything else just goes right through him for some reason. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Where is he? There he is. I have another special waiting for him. This mine tank. We know who your identity is, Minion. We know who your identity is. Now, of course, Minion doesn't have an ending because he's not supposed to be a playable character. So there is no ending video for him. There's nothing of the sort. But there is something else as a conclusion. Two videos at the very end. Oh gosh, I almost fell off. He's almost dead. One more special should do him in. Look at this beast. He keeps trying to hurt us, but he just can't. It's just not possible. He's so close to death. I'm just waiting for my special to refill. There you go. He got blown up. Okay. There we go. So as I said, there is no ending. He does not have a story. I think the only story that gets shown is probably whatever his name is. What's his name? Mr. Grimm. That's probably the only one. But anyway, because we completed it on hard, you actually get passwords when you complete it on hard, which I find absolutely interesting there. So look, Rooftop, the final combat, yet I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this before. Everything is black, and there were 5 enemies, which does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. But anyway, let us see the next set of videos here about this mine tank and what would be, I don't know exactly where it would fit in, but I'm just going to play it at the end.
Please stand by for a Channel 7 Billboard News report.
This is Jay Cunningham for Channel 7 Action News. I'm standing in the alley outside Mander's Construction Warehouse number 8, where the 3 leading members of Apocalypse 9, one of LA's toughest street gangs, were last seen. As you might recall, the Apocalypse 9 leaders escaped from a downtown prison last year at this time and are still on the loose. The rumor is the 3 youths, all in their early 20s and each considered extremely dangerous, are supposed to resurface tonight. So far, there's been no trace of them, but police are hopeful they'll turn up sometime this evening.
So now we have a bit more backstory about them. They just don't seem like they're just a street gang. Doesn't make them super, interesting anymore. Just a street gang who stole a tank, And And so what is this gang up to? Well, there's actually a video that shows what this gang is up to, and this one is honestly...
Get up! Oh, get up! I want to now! You are stupid! Oh, what are you looking at? Come on. You... Here! Come on. Where's Woody? What? Oh! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Come on!
There it is.
You stupid! You're gonna die!
Okay, so no words to describe that. No words to describe that. That is the ultimate cringe right there. That's the ultimate. That is Apocalypse. That is Apocalypse 9. That is Apocalypse 9. That is the street gang that that stole the tank. That stole the tank. So that video that we just saw, that was actually initially, and this was a technical limitation of the PlayStation 1. That video was supposed to be projected onto the actual Minion vehicle tank on the side of it. And it's to see what was on the minds of the people in the tank. So because these people are a street gang. They're a street gang, so what's on their mind is, you know, committing crimes and breaking into people's houses and all that sort of stuff. So it's just kind of stupid and everything. And one of the first things she has, "You are stupid." You know, it's like no words describe that. There are no words that describe that. So yeah, that was a technical limitation of the PlayStation 1. You couldn't really do that. You could not have video overlaid inside the game. But I'm sure if they could get away with it, if they could actually do that, you would actually see that video playing. But you couldn't probably really make it out very well. But yeah, street gang, are you sure they're not school shooters? Exactly, yeah. I mean, honestly, it's pretty disturbing, but that is the true identity. That is the true identity of Minion. Honestly, I just don't have any words for that because, you know, we view Minion as this really tough tank. He's this tough tank, the final boss, and then when you find out who his real identity is, it's like, oh, those guys, okay, well, that's not really scary anymore. They're just kind of weird. There's these weird guys, but... So, alright, the only final thing to look at here, I have to actually restart the game to show it. When we completed the game, we got passwords. We got passwords that gave us, you know, when you complete the game on hard, it gives you passwords for some unlockable things. And we're going to actually look at 2 of those things. And for a special surprise also, you know, we're going to be playing as Minion for him, but also there is another cheat code, an actual Game Shark code that I'm putting in called Rapid Fire, which means you can shoot crazy fast. It's going to be absolutely insane. Okay. Let's go ahead and play as Minion. I'm going to go ahead and put in my password. Let's go ahead and put it on hard too. Passwords of unlimited ammo, as well as infinite turbo. And then the one password we unlocked was helicopter view. Okay. So let us go to the rooftop stage so we can actually see a helicopter view in action. This will take us to the rooftop with helicopter view. And it is an interesting way to play, but honestly, it's kind of difficult to actually do it. As you can see, I mean, well, I can't even see my tank right now because I turned off the cheat. I have the other cheat code in, but yeah. This is kind of how helicopter view would be, except we would be able to actually see our vehicle, of course. So yeah, you just kind of see everything from like a higher view. It's interesting, but I do not particularly care for it. That being said, let's go ahead and exit out. We were not able to make use of our infinite ammo and everything, but we would do that in the next stage. Okay, let's go ahead and select Minion again. Yeah, play on hard. Okay, let's put in our infinite cheat codes here. Okay, so another password you could unlock is the secret level. It's not really a secret level, but you'll be able to see exactly what's different about it. Okay. So, according to this one guide that I was looking at, it says to get the secret level, defeat the game in hard mode, then blow up the glass pyramid on the rooftop stage. To enter the pyramid without blowing it up, line yourself up with the pyramid, then turn your back to it. Now back up and hold turbo the whole time. You should fly into the pyramid without breaking the glass. Now I actually... Oh gosh, I hope it... I think it may have reset our password. Now I actually tried that the one time, and it actually did work. I reversed. And it actually did let me into the pyramid. And then after I completed the game, it actually did... It actually did take me to the secret level, but let's actually see the secret level with a password. Again, not really a secret level, but it's called the Fight of Your Life. You face against 5 opponents in the arena, but we have rapid fire on, so I mean, we have rapid fire, so yeah. There we go, completed. There you go, and then the game just freezes after that, I guess. So, there we go. That sure was. Oh, never mind. It just completes. There you go. That actually was the fight of our life, you know. All right. So that concludes Twisted Metal. We're just going to play the credits, and I'll give my final thoughts on this game. So, this was one of my favorite games back in the day. Not so much Twisted Metal 1, but I did like the future ones, primarily Twisted Metal 2. Twisted Metal 2 is like a much more polished version of this one. This game was, playing it after playing the future ones, it was pretty rough. It really was, and that's why I had to use the infinite lives cheat code. So I didn't keep dying and dying and dying and dying and dying over and over and over again. But yeah, it was certainly a lot of fun actually playing through it, seeing the characters' endings, because I've never actually seen all of the characters' in-game endings. I've seen all of their lost endings from the Twisted Metal Head-On Extra Twisted Edition. Oh look, there's David Jaffe right there. Created and designed by David Jaffe. Yeah, so I've seen all the lost endings, but I never actually saw any of the in-game endings. So it was interesting actually seeing them and being able to see exactly what was different about these endings as opposed to the lost endings. The gameplay, you know, it is, as I mentioned, it is a bit rough because you have controls that are, they're not terrible controls, but it is kind of hard to control your vehicle sometimes. As you go left and right, you're just kind of all over the place. You bang into the wall and you get damaged. You bang into anything and you take damage. In future games, it's really not like that. You bang into the wall, you take minimal, if any, damage whatsoever. Banging into the wall in this game can kill you. You know, it's a very difficult game. That is for sure. Even if you play on easy, it is still very difficult. Oh look, there's a Scott Campbell, the other producer from the game, who actually is a character in the game, Scott Campbell, but not actually him. It's just named after him, Spectre. So yeah, that was kind of rough there. The fact that there are also characters that shoot at you in the stage. Those people that will shoot at you. They will shoot missiles at you, they will shoot machine guns at you in the stage. That makes it even harder. So I'm not a fan of that, and I think this is the only game that has those characters in it. Let's see what else. The weapons. The weapons being in like little bubbles on the ground that are sometimes hard to pick up. This is the only game that's like that. All future games, there's actually much larger missiles that you actually see that are that you actually pick up. And I think they spawn more quickly. So yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of that either. Yeah, and just the frame rate. 20 frames per second makes it quite difficult to actually play. I don't know if the other Twisted Metal... I'm sure that the other Twisted Metal games for the PlayStation 1 actually have a better frame rate, but this one is pretty low. So the music, I see we're on the credits for the music now. The music, there's hardly any tracks in this game. There's like 8 or 9 tracks, if that. There aren't too many. You can actually see here. Let me see how many tracks are actually in this game. I'm going to say like 8 or 9. Oh, I was wrong. It was 7. 7 tracks. So, yeah, the music isn't bad, but yeah, that's just the amount of tracks that are in it. So that's actually going to conclude Twisted Metal. It was very fun playing as all the different characters, seeing them all, especially seeing Minion and those videos that I've never seen before in my entire life. This was brand new to me, so it was insane. And now we know the true identity of Minion, so he no longer intimidates us. Those weird people. Anyway, you all take care. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you later for something else.